Looks like the forklift took break down the walls a bit too literally. Guess it really wanted to open up the floor plan. Guy crawls under the gate to avoid stepping around it. Because who needs legs when you can have the agility of a raccoon in a trash can? She went in for the high stakes, but left with a hot new hairstyle. Talk about raising the stakes in style. Man gets his legs stuck in a ladder. Guess he really took the phrase climbing the corporate ladder too literally. At least he's finally at the top of something. When she aimed for a perfect kick during the prank, but ended up inventing a new dance move called the slip and slide. Woo! Talk about taking a fall for comedy. Couple bangs their heads in the parking lot. Guess they really couldn't agree on where to park their brains. Just when he thought he was having a crash course in construction, a car decided to give him a lift. Two guys sprint after a truck rolling down a hill like it's the last slice of pizza at a party. Who knew the real weight loss plan involved a runaway vehicle? That moment when you realize walking the edge of a pit isn't an Olympic sport, unless you're aiming for the gold and belly flops. Just when you thought your office needed a little more excitement, Steve decided to give us a real drop-in meeting. Guess he took breaking through the ceiling a bit too literally. Talk about an unplanned team-building exercise. I guess they weren't prepared for the explosive start to their day next time. They'll stick to the usual caffeine buzz.
You alright?
If only his lifeguard certification included ninja-like reflexes. When a man gets thrown into the air by a bundle of rods, it's clear he took getting lifted at work a bit too literally. Guess he really wanted to reach new heights. Man falls backwards over a forklift. Looks like he took working from home to a whole new level. Talk about a serious case of falling for your job. Delivery guy chased by dogs crashes into wall. Guess he should have taken the bark route instead of the express lane.
Ooh, you good, bro?
Boy breaks barrier and falls into a river. Guess he really wanted to make a splash at the after-school swim team tryouts. Guess he thought jumping in meant something entirely different.
Oh!
At least the sand saved my toes from getting kicked. Watching that guy tumble down the icy stairs while sitting up was like witnessing a live-action version of a human slinky. Just add a dramatic soundtrack and some popcorn for the ultimate winter entertainment. She thought her beer-spilling prank would break the ice, but instead, she just brewed a whole new level of awkwardness. Talk about a frothy relationship starter. Guy flips over while testing a new go-kart. Looks like he took drifting a little too seriously. Guess he wanted to make sure the roll cage worked. Just when he thought his workout was going well, the weights decided to make a dramatic exit, clearly auditioning for the role of Fall Guy. Talk about lifting your spirits, or at least trying to dodge them. Looks like that scooter driver thought they were auditioning for a stunt double. Too bad the only role they landed was pole dancer. Man gets stuck on escalator and falls. Guess he really took the phrase going down to heart. Looks like he's now an expert in escalator yoga. When Scooter decided to take a shortcut through the Rams gate, it wasn't just a barrier that got swept away, so did any chance of a quiet day at work. She tried to sip wine with her foot, proving once and for all that some people will go to great lengths, just not the right ones, for a good vintage. She finally discovered the true meaning of dirt bike when she took a nosedive right into the dirt. Looks like the homeowner's new addition is a bit more backyard than they planned. Talk about getting a truckload of surprises. When this guy decided to slide down the kid's slide, he not only knocked it over, but also raised the bar for adulting. Now he's officially the fun uncle who can't handle playground equipment. Looks like this pickup truck driver took taking up space to a whole new level. Next, they'll be requesting their own zip code. Just witness my coworker slam on the brakes, sending ice bags flying like they were auditioning for a role in Fast Furious Ice Drift. At least he gave the pavement a solid reason to be jealous of his falling skills. Guess he really took falling for your job to a whole new level.
Oh my God.
Guess it's time to see if the floor is still clean enough for a snack break. Talk about taking falling off the wagon to a whole new level. All right, fellas, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and educational contents in the future. Thanks for your support.